Hi, welcome to ETCIO Knowledge Series. I'm Akhilesh Shukla, Deputy News Editor, Economic Times CIO. Today we'll talk about mobility. Enterprise face dual pressure when it comes to mobility. They need to serve internal stakeholders to increase productivity while also engage internal customer on handheld devices. So we have Mr. Katyayan Gupta, research analyst from Forrester, to speak on the subject. In next 45 minutes, he'll present mobility implementation of a real estate and a banking organization in India. Over to you, Katyan.
Thanks, Akhilesh. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for this session. I'm a research analyst with Forrester Research based in New Delhi, India. I cover mobility across Asia Pacific, and my research helps e-business and channel strategy professionals to develop strategies, mobile strategies, particularly on smartphones and tablets or through a application of how to better connect and engage with customers. So, like Akhilesh said, let me just pull up the slides for today. And what we're going to do is we're going to discuss about the mobile mind shift. So, what is the mobile mind shift and how it's impacting and changing the customer expectation? So, over the course of next 30 to 40 minutes, what I'll do is I'll talk about what is the mobile mind shift, what is driving this mobile mind shift in India. We're going to take up one case study today, which is of an organization in India that has used mobile Mindshift to empower its sales force and also to better connect with its customers. And then we'll finally wrap up with certain key takeaways and conclusion. So let's try and understand what is this mobile Mindshift that we're talking about. So before we get into details, let's just go back into time and understand what all things really sparked off this mobile mindshift of this entire mobile era. So if we look, if we go back into time, it all started with the advent of the PC. When the PC came into people's house, it changed their lives. It was then the internet and the advent of e-commerce that changed everything. But perhaps the most profound invention has been that of the iPhone in 2007. And ever since iPhone came, the world is nothing but mobile everything. Take a step back in time and think about it, right? A decade or so back, when people like you and I used to leave our homes and offices, some of the essentials that we used to keep and check that we are carrying around used to be our wallet, keys. Now, probably less than a decade, and the first thing that we check, whether we are leaving our home, our office, or a restaurant, is a mobile phone. Mobile phone is no longer just a device for communication. It is part of a lifestyle. How often do you use your mobile phone as an alarm clock to wake yourself up in the morning? I think most of us do that. Similarly, we use mobile phones for checking weather, checking the latest traffic update, checking scores, checking news, even doing financial transactions. And now you can also buy things on your mobile phone. So mobile is not just a device for communicating or collaborating through voice or data with your friends and families. It's become an inseparable part of it. So much so that it's changing the customer experience and the expectation. And this is exactly what is driving mobile mindshift globally. The way we define mobile mindshift, it's an expectation that I can get what I want in my immediate context and moments of need. It's an expectation already. It's not a desire. It's not a want. It's an expectation. So whenever I pick up my phone, I can get whatever information I want in which is relevant to me in my context and in my moments of need. If you look at this, this has changed the customer expectation in a very, very dramatical way. People now expect immediacy. Basically, they want to have access to anytime, anywhere information and services so that they can control their lives and take proper decisions. What they want is simplicity. Mobile phones are very, very simple devices for every consumer. Consumers are task oriented and they want the design and of the app or the device to be simple enough so that they can go in, complete the task and come out of it. And finally, it's the context. Mobile phones are extremely personal devices and they offer phenomenal context. Consumers expect relevancy, and this is where the expectations have changed. All three put together, the expectation has now changed to convenience. It's all about convenience. It's about anytime, anywhere, any device access, and that's because of mobile. If we try and understand the mobile mind shift, particularly from an India point of view, what is driving mobile mind shift in India? If you look at this picture gives a very good depiction of what's happening in India. India has more than 900 million mobile subscriptions, and which is why it's not surprising to see that today you will see more hands with a mobile phone than those without one. But also, if you look at these hands carefully, you'll realize that most of the phones that people are holding are a feature phone. This is true as of today, but in less than 5 years from now, things will dramatically change. It'll change so much that over the next 5 years, India will register the highest CAGR growth rate globally in terms of growth of smartphones. And by 2019, 870 plus million mobile subscriptions will mean that 7 out of 10 organizations in India will have 7 out of 10 users in India will have a mobile phone in their hand. This means most likely your customers, your employees, and your business partners are likely to have a smartphone in their hand. And it's not just the adoption of smartphone that is changing. It's is driving this mobile mind shift. It's also the fact that consumers in India are constantly, they're constantly connecting to the mobile internet or to the internet using their mobile phones. So Forrester estimates that India will touch about 230 million mobile internet users by 2016.
Yeah, this is can't like I can't like it had happened previously, like it worked perfectly, but why like your